Hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your fall season is going by very nicely. I got another little Halloween special video to show you, and I've shown you some not artifacts, but some collectibles, vintage Halloween, anywhere from the early 90s, as far recent as maybe 2003. But this video is going to be a little bit different. What I want to show you is we all love jack-o'-lanterns, especially here in New England, and you can see them just all over the place. So there are a lot of products to help you with your jack-o'-lantern. There are different carving kits, paints, decorations, and what I'm going to show you is there's a collection that I have that's from a while ago, like I said, the early 90s, of ways to light your jack-o'-lantern. Now, a lot of the things they have now are the electronic ones, battery operated, where there's no flame, and that's cool. But these are from the early 90s, and there's just a collection of ways to light your jack-o'-lantern, like we did before. So I've shown you guys a couple of these. We had them in another box that I had brought up from storage that I showed you guys. But we got quite a few over here. We've got, let's see, there's 4. So there's 16 candles. We got 4 boxes. And these are the pumpkin lights. You see the votive candles. Burning instructions for votive candles. Put 1/8 inch of water in votive container before burning the candle. Burn on heat-resistant surface, never burn unattended. Of course, for the most part, they're going in jack-o'-lanterns. And if you put them into a shot glass or something similar to that, you get a lot more life out of your candle. If you just put it in at the bottom, it'll last. It'll last, but not that long, because there'll be nothing to contain the wax, and they'll just melt all over the place. But these are made by Candlelight, and you can see they're number 1157595. And we had quite a few of these. I think they had them like on sale for like a ridiculous price. During the Halloween season, I think they were, is it on here? Yeah, $2. And they had going down on clearance. Where's the clearance? 49 cents. So I think we ended up just getting a bunch of them because we figured you love jack-o'-lanterns. But shortly after, we had gotten the battery-operated votive candle, and it looks like it's flame. It flickers. So these are still, I think they're pretty cool. Just to show you guys the way we used to light jack-o'-lanterns, as recently as 1995, the early 90s. The next thing I want to show you is we got this, and this actually has oil in it. It's actually a lamp light that goes into the jack-o'-lantern. Let me take the cover. Actually, you know what? Let me put the camera on a tripod. Yeah, that's a little better. So this is like a fuel. I don't know if you can hear it on the inside. Let me take the cap off for you. It's got like a, geez, if I'm able to. Well, that's really on there. Oh, it's clipped on there really well. I don't know if you guys can see. There's a wick on the inside. And the oil soaks up the wick, and the wick actually brings the supply of fuel up to the flame. Kind of like an outdoor torch, with the citronella oil. But this is liquid light, Halloween liquid light. Let me see if the camera can pick up some of that writing for you, because it's too small for me to read. My eyes aren't that good. So we got the Halloween liquid light, and on the front you got a jack-o'-lantern face, and you got the plastic cap on. It's really on tight, so it's actually sealed, so it doesn't evaporate, it doesn't dry out, because you can still hear it's pretty full. And this is from the early 90s to mid 90s. So you see on the bottom the barcode sticker is just about gone, and it's from the fair. 99 cents. And that's all the information that's on this. But this is pretty cool, because this will last a real long time. And notice, depending how long you keep your jack-o'-lantern out with the light would be dead by the end of the evening. But a couple of these, and we had them, and even outside on the steps, we had the wind, and they lasted. Actually, we got a couple of years use out of them. We needed to get that's right, I remember now, we needed a screwdriver to pop off the cap because it's so tight with the seal. But these are pretty cool. I don't know if they still make these. They may. Or a more modern version would have this with a battery compartment on the bottom with the LEDs. So this is just another option that we had back to light the pumpkin. And lastly, when I was talking about the shot glass or something that you can put at the bottom of the pumpkin, you know, when you clean the bottom of the pumpkin, it has that area where it's like a circle, and you have where the pumpkin almost like grew from. And there's always like that lump on the inside of the jack-o'-lantern. What this actually does is has the springs where you can actually screw them down into the bottom, and you can put the candle in. And that way there you can move it around and the candle's not going to move. So this is a pretty cool thing. This is Safe 2 Light, and this is the Master Carver twist in. You can see the front of the box. No pools of molten wax. Like I was telling you guys, when you use these, you just put it at the bottom and it burns, so the wax runs all over the place, and eventually the candle will be used up a lot faster. With this, the candle will burn evenly, well, if you put it even, but you can screw it in, and the candle is going to stay in the spring stand. And if you move it around, it's not going to risk falling over or blowing out. You can see Safe Candles, no pools of molten wax. You can see them lit on the cover. And on the top, there is only one safe way to light your jack-o'-lantern. Now you can burn your hand. Obviously you don't light anything that way. And then you do it from the side. And you can see they had a $10,000 cash jack-o'-lantern photo contest. I don't know if that's still going on. If they still make these, you never know. You can see some of the pumpkins on the side. I like that spider and the boo. And I'm going to be doing a special Star Trek jack-o'-lantern. I'm going to call it Trek-o'-lantern. And I'm going to do the Enterprise, and that's going to be really fun. You guys are going to love it. The other side, you can see a wolf. And ooh, check out the lion. So that's pretty good. Nothing on the bottom of the box. Flip it over, and you can see there's another entry. Made in China, stock code HT046. Enter our contest of skill by submitting a color photo of jack-o'-lantern you personally carved. Send the color print no larger than 5x7. So yeah, this is oh, it actually does have a website that you could just send the picture to. So yeah, it's a little bit newer, a little bit modern. Back in the 90s, they did have websites and the internet, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. So let me show you guys what they look like. So when you open up the box, you've got 2 candles. You can see the Votive. Just standard candle, no scent. You get 2 of these. And this is a good sized candle, so this should pretty much last for the whole evening, Halloween night. And let's see if I can get the springs out. You can see the spring. So you can see where the spring would start. So what you would actually do is push this into the flesh of the pumpkin, and as you twist, it'll grab. And once it's anchored in place, you can take the candle and it would go in, just like that. You could light it, and then if you move the candle or the pumpkin around, you won't have to worry about it falling over and going out. So, you got these. You do the same thing with the other one. You might put the candle in first, And then you put it into the bottom of the pumpkin, and once you get this to catch, you can just twist it and it'll go in and it'll keep in place. So that's another little fun thing for your pumpkin, as opposed to, let me show you guys these. So you can see when you put this on the bottom of the pumpkin and you light it, they're not super tall, but it's a good idea to trim the wick too, because that would have a really big flame and it really wouldn't last as long. Especially once the wax starts to pool up and melt all over the place. And then if you move it, you possibly could knock the candle over. So I don't know what it is about these candles, but they tend to crumble more. A lot of the candles in storage crumbled up and broke, you could see. Now, of course, they could have been that way at the store, and that's why they were on clearance, but I'm not sure. Could have been done through shipping or storage. But in either way, I figured it'd be nice to show you guys something to put at the bottom to light your jack-o'-lantern for Halloween. And you'd have the alternative for this light. You can put it in and it wouldn't move. It would be secure. Or you can have this one that doesn't have wax at all. It just has the light, the wick that you would light, and the fuel supply to keep it going. Now these are not refillable. It's all solid, and once it's empty, so they're disposable. Well, my friends, I just wanted to show you guys different ways to light your jack-o'-lantern from back the early 90s. Again, this is a different kind of video, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Nostalgia, back to the old days of having the candles in the jack-o'-lantern. I, for one, still like lighting my jack-o'-lanterns with candles. I think there's just that flame and that smell that you get when you put the lid on and the flame kind of roasts the top of the pumpkin. It just smells like Halloween to me. But that's me, and I hope you enjoyed this video, my friends. And I'll be doing another Halloween-related video for you guys real soon. I hope you're enjoying them. Happy Halloween.